What's going on, guys? Creator here, back with a new video, and welcome to This Week in Universe mode, where I tell you everything you need to know that happened this week on Raw, Smackdown, and 205 Live. We're going to kick things off, guys, with Monday Night Raw, which was the final Monday Night Raw before the Raw exclusive pay-per-view, Extreme Rules. And we're coming out with a bang as Roman Reigns took on one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, Cesaro. Now, as we both know, Roman Reigns will be taking on Braun Strowman in a submissions match at Extreme Rules. So he looked to gain momentum. It was a very huge fight, big fight feel, Monday Night Raw for Roman Reigns and Cesaro. In the end, Roman was able to win with the spear. But after the match, Braun Strowman attacked Roman Reigns. Both men brawled. They had a standoff, and it's all going to come to head, guys. This Sunday at Extreme Rules, where Braun Strowman will be taking on Roman Reigns one-on-one in a submission match. Whoever gets the first person to tap out wins the match. As you guys know, Braun Strowman knows the submission move, but does Roman Reigns know the submission move? That is the question. We also saw the 6-woman tag match I alluded to last week, if you saw Absolution teaming up to take on the team of Alicia Fox, Becky Lynch, and Tamina. Very hard-fought match for both teams. In the end, Absolution was able to pick up the victory, railing the momentum that Alicia Fox and Becky Lynch had. And at Extreme Rules, both of those women we have their respective matches to worry about. As for Becky Lynch, she has to worry about two people, as two members of Absolution, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, will be taking on Becky Lynch in a 2-on-1 handicap match. And as for Alicia Fox, she'll be taking on Paige for the Raw Women's title in a Falls Count Anywhere match, where the winner will be decided either pinfall or submission anywhere in the arena. We saw the huge confrontation I teased last week as John Cena called out the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, Universal Champion, the same guy who will be facing this Sunday, a match 3 years in the making for the Universal title in Extreme Rules match. Both men confronting each other, and for the most part, it was just the feeling in the arena, guys, when these two men are looking at each other, because we guys know last time that these two men squared off, which was 3 years ago at Extreme Rules, where Cena defeated Brock Lesnar to become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Now, 3 years later, it's the same scenario, but will it be a different outcome? We'll be finding out at Extreme Rules when these two clash in Extreme Rules match for the Universal title. And speaking of people calling out, we had Sami Zayn for the last time, possibly the last time he can do this against AJ Styles, called out to Phenomenal One. Because the stipulation, besides the fact that it's 2 out of 3 falls match Extreme Rules, is Sami Zayn's final opportunity, and if he does not win against AJ Styles for the United States title, he will have no more chances. And as long as AJ Styles is the United States champion, he cannot get another rematch. Both were confronting each other, and Sami Zayn pretty much said at the end of the Extreme Rules, the outcome that's going to be in the 2 out of 3 falls match was his hand getting raised up and him walking out as the United States champion. These two men will be clashing one more time, guys, this Sunday at Extreme Rules, more possibly the biggest matchup in their entire careers. 2 out of 3 falls. Who can outdo the other superstar? We'll be finding out this Sunday. And then in our main event, we saw the Architect Seth Rollins taking on John Cena. Now, Seth Rollins is not part of the Extreme Rules show, but that doesn't mean he couldn't have left a lasting impact, which he did, which he beat John Cena in a huge victory this past Monday Night Raw. This marks Cena's 3rd straight loss in a week against one Braun Strowman, one Baron Corbin, and now Seth Rollins. Again, Cena's mindset heading into this Sunday must be devastating, and I don't know how he's going to be able to focus on his match against Brock Lesnar with these 3 losses string in a row. Seth Rollins is a huge win for him, but for Cena, I don't know, man. You have to focus for this Sunday. Switching gears to Smackdown Live, we saw the return of Kerry Tozawa, who we haven't seen since Backlash. Now, Kerry Tozawa, first thing he decided to do, call out Samoa Joe, saying that he knows he can beat him. He knows if he has one more opportunity against him, he can do it. Samoa Joe wasn't having that. Eventually, those two brawled, and it's been decided that at Money in the Bank, Kerry Tozawa will be facing Samoa Joe for one last time. Samoa Joe gets one more hit at Kerry Tozawa. For Kerry Tozawa, this is redemption for him, defeating Samoa Joe. And to settle things, it'll be a 10-minute Iron Man match, where whoever gets the decisions in 10 minutes will be declared the winner. For Samoa Joe, the way he looks at this is just simply Kerry Tozawa surviving 10 minutes against him, because there's no way in hell he's going to win. Saw the Glorious One by Rude calling out the Master of the Fact, Kurt Hawkins, Wondering why Kurt Hawkins decided to attack him last week and why Rude is now the target of Hawkins. Hawkins revealed that he wants to make a name for himself here on the Blue Brand. He failed to do that at Backlash by winning the Intercontinental title in an 8-person Battle Royale, so he decided to take the next back step. Take out the glorious one by Rude. Rude realized that and he quickly gave him a low blow. Rude tried to get his hands on Kurt Hawkins, but Kurt Hawkins was able to get away. But in Money in the Bank, which is 3 weeks away, he won't be able to get away, as Rude will be able to get that one-on-one opportunity that he wants against Kurt Hawkins. He faces him at Money in the Bank. So for the first time since winning his Intercontinental title, Kevin Owens into action against a fellow Money in the Bank participant, The Miz. And due to distraction, The Miz, Shiraz, and Maurice, The Miz was able to pick up the victory against Kevin Owens, which shocked everybody, even KO, who is the Intercontinental Champion, and his very first match since winning the title, he lost to The Miz. How shattering is that for the prize fighter, and him losing momentum into the Money in the Bank ladder match. As for Miz, he could be as happy as ever, riding that weight of momentum heading into Money in the Bank. And then our SmackDown Live main event, we saw a huge tag team match with Money in the Bank implications all over the place. We saw the team up for the very first time. Shinsuke Nakamura teaming up with fellow Japanese star, the Strawberry Child, Akira Tozawa, taking on the team of the WWE Champion, Jinder Mahal, and Samoa Joe. Now, this was a huge tag team match. Samoa Joe went straight after Akira Tozawa. Both teams were giving it their all. However, the smarter team won as it seemed, as Akira Tozawa and Shinsuke Nakamura was able to make Jinder Mahal and Samoa Joe get counted out for that quick victory. They were able to pull in the win for the team, outsmarting Samoa Joe and Akira Tozawa. But can Shinsuke Nakamura do the same thing at Money in the Bank, where he'll get an opportunity one more time for the WWE title against the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal? With the Singh Brothers being banned from ringside, there will be no excuses. If Shinsuke Nakamura does not beat Jinder Mahal, then it'll prove that Jinder Mahal was the better person in their match at Backlash. Before we move on to SmackDown Live, I would like to take a quick shot at social media real quick, as Mike Kanellis, who brought up the fact that he's irritated that he's not a part of the Money in the Bank ladder match, put out slightly a little diss against a fellow superstar, The Big Show. He said, well, even though I'm not part of the Money in the Bank ladder match, at least The Big Show is not a part of it. That waste of space has been here for over 20 years and he has done nothing for it. It's time for the future stars to get their opportunity. Someone like me. Mike Kanellis, I know you're upset, man, but do you really want to take your frustration out on one of the largest athletes on your roster? Let's switch gears to 205 Live, which we saw Cedric Alexander versus Noam Dar, which we thought we would see, but that never ended up taking place actually, because Dar attacked Cedric Alexander before the match even started, leaving this decision where whoever's going to become the victor of this match uncertain, because last week Dar beat Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander had another opportunity to get his win against Noam Dar, and Noam Dar made sure that wasn't happening. The inaugural Cruiserweight Champion, TJP, taking on premier athlete Tony Nese in a very good matchup. And in the end, TJP was able to be victorious. This is the start of a huge winning streak for TJP now, as he had multiple wins since coming back to 205 Live. And with this new aggression that he has, it's going to be obvious that he's going to be the next top contender for the Cruiserweight title. The only question is, when? And then our main event we saw, which is the final 205 Live before Extreme Rules, might I add, the Cruiserweight Champion looking to gain momentum. We took on a former Cruiserweight Champion in Rich Swann. Both men had a best matchup I have ever seen on 205 Live. They both gave it their all. In the end, the Cruiserweight Champion was able to come out victorious, but it was after the match that I think everybody got left talking about, as Drew Gulak hit Neville and then, to put insult to injury, attacked Neville with his Cruiserweight title, sending one final message to the Cruiserweight Champion that at Extreme Rules, that title's his. But we'll find out this Sunday as Neville defends his Cruiserweight title, gets his biggest challenger yet, Drew Gulak, in a 15-minute Iron Man match. Whoever gets the most decisions in 15 minutes will come out victorious. Will Neville be able to defend and retain his Cruiserweight title to continue his streak as the king of the Cruiserweights? Or will Drew Gulak, submission specialist, take down the king and become the brand new Cruiserweight Champion? And now it's time, guys, to actually talk about the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, which will be taking place this Sunday here on my YouTube channel. This is the Extreme Rules Rundown. Before we talk about Sunday, guys, let's talk about Saturday, as the Extreme Rules kickoff shall be taking place this Saturday here on my YouTube channel, which will be seeing the Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger taking on the Lone Wolf Baron Corbin. Now, the reason why this match is taking place is because a couple weeks ago, Ty Dillinger was facing Big Cass in a big matchup, but Baron Corbin, for some reason, decided to interfere in that match, costing Ty Dillinger that match. Dillinger did not forget that, and he wanted to challenge Baron Corbin. He's getting his opportunity. And since it's the Extreme Rules, you can't just have it be a normal match, so this is going to be a no-holds-barred match. So these two can settle their differences in the ring with no rules. Now, moving on to the main card this Sunday, we're going to be kicking things off with the Cruiserweight title, as the King of the Cruiserweights, Neville, will be taking on Drew Gulak for the Cruiserweight title in a 15-minute Iron Man match. And the reason why this match is taking place is because out of every win that Neville has had so far on 205 Live, there is one person he has yet to beat, which is Drew Gulak, who he actually lost to in the very first episode here on 205 Live. And with Drew Gulak getting win after win after win, it was eventually obvious that Drew Gulak will become the #1 contender for Neville's Cruiserweight title. And since then, he has been taunting and stalking Neville ever since, especially tagging him with his Cruiserweight title this past Thursday on 205 Live. It's gotten so personal. With 15 minutes, these guys are going to be having to go at it. Whoever gets the most decisions will be walking out as the Cruiserweight champion. We're also having a Raw Tag Team Championship match, as Cesaro and Sheamus as the Bar will be defending their Raw Tag Team titles against Tyler Breeze and Fandango Breezango. Now, Breezango a couple weeks ago won a #1 contenders match against the club to become the new contenders for the Raw Tag Team title. And since then, there's been singles matches between the team, and the outcome has been the same, with the Bar decimating Breezango, making them lose their confidence. And with the stipulation be an elimination tornado tag, where the only way you could win is having both members of the team be eliminated, we could have a situation where either Tyler Breeze or Fandango will be left basically by themselves and deal with the Bar. So what's going to happen, guys, when these two teams clash and who'll be walking out as the Raw Tag Team Champions? We're going to be finding out this Sunday. We will also see the last kicker, Becky Lynch, taking on both members of Absolution, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Now, ever since Paige won the Raw Women's title, she has unleashed her friends, Absolution, here on the Raw roster, tormenting everybody. Becky Lynch is not the person to stand up for her. She was able to beat Mandy Rose 1-on-1, but Sonya Deville she lost to, and Sonya Deville attacked her after the match, what led to the fact that Becky Lynch wants to deal with both of them at the same time. So a 2-on-1 handicap match has been made. Becky Lynch to deal with both members of Absolution. If this is biting off more than she can chew, we'll find out this Sunday. Okay, this is not the only time Absolution will be seen in action. We'll be seeing the leader of Absolution right after that, as the Raw Women's Champion, Paige, will be defending her Raw Women's title for the very first time here in our Universe mode against the challenger, Alicia Fox. Now, this is a rematch from the Raw Women's Championship Tournament Finals that took place at Payback, our previous Raw exclusive pay-per-view, in which we saw Paige come out as victorious and become the new Raw Women's Champion. Alicia Fox feels as though she can beat Paige, given one more opportunity, and this is her final opportunity for the Raw Women's title, as she will have a chance against her in a Falls Count Anywhere match, where whoever gets the pinfall submission anywhere in the ring will be walking out as the Raw Women's Champion. Speaking of one last chance, this is the final, and I mean final, chance for this man, Sami Zayn, as he has one more opportunity for the United States title when he faces the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, in a 2 out of 3 falls match. This stems all the way back to the very first episode of Monday Night Raw in our Universe mode, where AJ Styles made his Raw debut in the US Open Challenge, where he defended against Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn lost via countout to AJ Styles. This led to these two fighting each other at Payback, when it was one hell of a matchup, and AJ Styles came out victorious. This led to Sami Zayn knowing that he can beat him, attack AJ Styles. AJ Styles was all attacking him a couple weeks later. These two men, this became so personal between these two to figure out who's the absolute best. Has been decided that this cannot end in one decision, but at least 2. As a 2 out of 3 falls match, whoever gets 2 decisions before the other one becomes a victor. I'm telling you guys, this is the one match on Hero that you do not want to miss, and I guarantee you this is going to be a match of the year candidate. Another match that you're not going to miss at Extreme Rules, we'll be seeing the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman, taking on the leader of the Roman Empire, the big dog, Roman Reigns. This all stems from the fact that at Payback, Roman Reigns was scheduled to face Big Cass, but before the match could really pick up steam, we saw the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman, attack Roman Reigns. The reason? Because he embarrassed him the week before during his final confrontation it was supposed to be with John Cena at Payback instead of being Roman Reigns. So Braun Strowman definitely took offense to that, sending a message to Big Dog. This has been attack after attack between both men, and then decided that it's going to end at Extreme Rules in a very interesting scenario for both these superstars, as it will be a submission match, where we know Braun Strowman has a submission move, but does the Big Dog Roman Reigns have a submission move? We will find out at Extreme Rules. Can Roman Reigns defy the odds and beat the Monster Among Men, or Monster Among Men go through Roman Reigns and make sure Roman Reigns gets these hands? And then in our main event of the evening that Sunday, it will be for the Universal title. For the very first time, that title will be defended in our Universe mode as the Beast Incarnate, the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion Brock Lesnar will be defending his Universal title against the leader of the C Nation, John Cena. This is a match 3 years in the making, guys. Last time these two clashed was 3 years ago at the very same event in the very same match, an Extreme Rules match. So you have to wonder, will the result be the same? Will Cena beat Brock Lesnar again like he did 3 years ago, and this time win the Universal title, or will the Beast get his revenge and retain his Universal title? This is going to be one hell of a match, guys. Before we wrap things up with the show, I want to also point out that this Saturday at the Extreme Rules kickoff show, besides the kickoff match between Ty Dillinger and Baron Corbin, there will be a very special announcement regarding the future of my Universe mode that you are not going to want to miss. It will be taking place this Saturday at the Extreme Rules kickoff show, so that's something you're not going to miss as well. Before I end here, I want to go over what's going to be happening next week on Smackdown. Like, you can't forget about the Blue Brand. We're going to be hearing from Charlotte, who's going to be dressing WWE Universe. Now, we saw this past week on Smackdown Live, Charlotte interfered in Asuka's and Talia's match. What was the reasoning? It possibly had to do with the fact that Charlotte has been the only person so far to beat Asuka here on Smackdown Live, so she's deserving a title shot. We're going to find out. And speaking of title shots, for the very first time here on Smackdown Live, a championship will be defended, as the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles will be defended next week, as Benji and Gable will be forced to defend their titles against the Usos. The Usos beat them this past week here on SmackDown Live, which earned them this opportunity. So could this be already the end of Benjamin and Gable as tag team champions as we know it, or they bounce back and prove why they are the top of the tag team division? We find out this week on SmackDown Live. Gotta be sure you do not want to miss that. Be sure not to miss the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, the Raw exclusive event, which will be headlined by Brock Lesnar taking on John Cena for the Universal title in Extreme Rules match. With that being said, guys, I'll be seeing you today at the Extreme Rules kickoff show, and on Sunday tomorrow at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. But right now, guys, this is Crater, and this was This Week in Universe Mode.